Hey Merv, welcome. Can you hear me okay? Good deal. Welcome E2, E20. Good deal. Thought I'd do live a live show. Haven't done that in a while. Maybe fix my camera here, make it a little straighter. How's everyone doing today? Cold and snow up here in Wisconsin. Yeah, it's kind of cold here. It's not really any snow, but there's a lot of rain. They're talking about maybe some flash flooding issues this weekend. Um, it's going to get pretty rainy. I know it was raining earlier. Looks like it may be out of the area now, but there should be more coming pretty soon, I'm sure. Yeah, waterfalls should be good by the weekend. Probably good right now. Um, I'm part of an organization called Koch. It's Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network. You just report daily rainfall. Let's see here. Trying to find my data. My data. Well, I can't really find my. But anyway, I report daily rainfall. I think I reported maybe like 8 millimeters. That's what I meant today. It really wasn't a whole lot, but we are getting rain. Seems like every day. Hey, Joe, nice to see you. So hopefully the waterfalls are going good this weekend. So I, I figured that's you, Joe. Sometimes I see that name and I'm like, who's that? And it's like, oh, duh, you know. Hey, Cheesy Cheetah, welcome. Joe's your middle name, okay. So my middle name's Joseph. So Shawn Joseph. Hope everyone got their taxes done or getting close to getting your taxes done. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the kitty cat. Yeah, Torty. Yeah, PETA. That's PETA. She is a she is an interesting cat. Very vocal. One of the most vocalist cats I've ever seen. Um, when it storms, when it even like rains, where she knows it's raining, she'll get underneath that chair, that rocking chair recliner. Um, she'll get underneath it like it's a storm cellar. um, and then usually I'll get her out and she'll be all right. She's kind of attached to me. When we first got her, she didn't like guys. It's obvious that she still doesn't like guys, but for some reason she likes me more than anyone else. So I feed her and spoil her and all that. So But I figured I'd make this little live thing today and see how it goes. I've been meaning to do more of these lately. I'd like to do more when I'm hiking. Um, I've been having some charger problems on my phone, and I'm really cheap when it comes to these phones. I don't want to buy a new one. I just bought a truck, a brand new truck. So, I'm really watching my money right now. Um, but I ended up, the problem I was having with the phone is it didn't want to charge with these, standard plugins, just a regular corded plug-in. And so what I ended up doing was I spent like $20 from Walmart and got one of these like magnetic chargers, and that's the best thing I could have bought. My new truck has that in there, and in all honesty, I didn't even know you can do that with an iPhone 11. I thought it was the more newer ones, because I'll keep that phone until it breaks down. But it works on that magnet thing, so it's easier to charge it. Hideous truck. Yeah, I got rid of the hideous truck. The hideous truck, the heater quit working about 2, 3 years ago. So it defrosted, it just didn't have any heat. So when it was like -2, I drove around in a very cold truck. But what the biggest problem was there at the end, I would drive it and it would start violently like vibrating to the point to where I was just waiting for it to break down. I think it was a mixture of maybe CV joints and a lifter, a bad lifter. So it was going to cost a lot of money to fix it. And I thought I can either fix it or buy a new truck. And the new truck costs a lot of money. I'm I'm going to be able to make the payments, but I'm going to really have to watch it. And probably the last couple of years, I'll do a 401k loan against it to pay it off that way a little quicker, to get out some of the interest and pay myself back. But it's really it's a different truck. It's just it's a Ram 1500 Bighorn, so it's V6 twin turbo. It's Hurricane. It's supposed to be better than the Hemi. I'm a Ram guy. I like Ram trucks. Um, but the heater works. Obviously, it has a heated seats, heated steering wheel. There's a whole lot of options that are pretty crazy that I'm not used to. I'm not used to the whole dial shifter thing, and it's taken some use to get into. Um, but it's not bad. Let's see. Have you stayed at that new Airbnb dome? No, I haven't yet. The I forget what they call it. It's like Blackberry Hill or Blueberry Hill or something like that. They contacted me. I don't know if they asked me to stay or they just wanted me to kind of promote them, but I promote them. You know, Michelle says I should probably sell that. If I give more away than I make money. But I just like promoting local business, get people here. But it does look fun. I stayed at the Dome Home in Eddyville area, the glamping, and um, when I stayed there, it was because someone else had won it, but she was pregnant and she couldn't do it, and she asked if I would do it. And me and Michelle stayed there a night, and it was a lot of fun. It's definitely an interesting concept, but I'm just not sure how strong it'd be like during a really wild, windy storm. How are the roads getting into Jackson Falls? I've not been to Jackson Falls in a while. Um, when I went last, they were kind of rough, as far as like potholes and a little bit of erosion when you start going down the hill towards the parking lot. I mean, if you're in a truck, I bet even if you're in a car, you can make it. You just want to take it really slow. I don't know how comfortable I'd be in a non 4-wheel drive right now though, because of the rain. Because there's some tough spots. But if it's not too wet and muddy, it shouldn't be too bad. There's definitely a back way to get to Jackson Falls from East Trigg, though. That's actually my favorite way to go to Jackson Falls. I park at East Trigg Trailhead on Trigg Tower Road, and then cross the street onto River to River, and just go all the way till you go through the Tin Whistle, and you go down to the creek, cross the creek, get on 049, and just turn left on 049 if you want to get there quicker, and just take 049 all the way into Jackson Falls. It's a lot longer. It's like 8 to 10 miles, but I like that. I like that way. Heading down next week. I do know snow is in the forecast for next week, so I just definitely keep an eye on that. If you're in a truck, you probably make it. Do you know if Anna rest stop on I-57 is open, or will it ever be finished? I'm not too sure about that. I'm trying to think where that rest stop is exactly. I'm not too sure on that. I go through Anna. The only rest stop I really know about, to be honest, is the one in Massac here in Metropolis. I live outside of Metropolis in the country, but my address is Metropolis. I know there's a pretty nice rest stop there. I'm not sure about the Anna one. Let's see, am I missing it? It's been closed for like a year. As soon as you get on I-57, I've not really been on that part of 57 in a while. I used to get on 57 and go. Well, I used to get on 24 and go to 57 when I worked up in DuQuoin. But I finally got a job down here that's closer. It's in Metropolis, so I just drive back roads to town. But I don't think I've actually been on that part in a long time, so I'm not too sure. I know that there's somewhere over there. I don't think it's Anna. I think it's more the Goreville exit, something like that. That's like been under construction, and I think like there's an exit that's closed altogether. I'd stay there overnight, sometimes for Snake Road trip. Yeah. Yep. You could actually, I don't see why not, but you could stay up on Pine Hills Road, above Snake Road. There's all them little turnarounds. I don't see no reason why you couldn't do car camping. What do you call that? Overlanding. I think that's what you call it. Overlanding. Boondocking. That's it. It's boondocking. But I wouldn't see any reason why you couldn't do that. I doubt Forest Service would really mess with you. I've even heard of people like boondocking right outside of Snake Road on the parking lots. I don't see why not. There's no sign telling you can't. Pine Hills is fun, but yeah, that's true. There is no cell phone reception, unfortunately. So I could see where you'd want to, stay at a rest stop. That'd be a little easier. I mean, if anything, you can go to the Walmart there in Anna and maybe get away with staying in the parking lot. I know at one time Walmarts were kind of easy to sleep at. I used to work at a much farther than here, back when I lived somewhere else, and I had a far drive at one time for a while, and I would get really tired on the way home and just pull into a Walmart and sleep a couple of hours in my car back then. And no one really ever messed with me. Excuse me. Love that Walmart. Yep. Never had reception trouble at Pine Hills. Yeah, I forget about Turkey Bayou, Joe. That's another good place, Cheetah. Turkey Bayou's down the road and it's free. Um, and yeah, my phone's always worked at Pine Hills. I got Verizon though. I don't know if that matters. Probably scared. There's Brian. There's my buddy Brian. Probably scared of that hideous truck. Hey, the hideous truck is a 2025 Dodge Ram Bighorn now. So with my hideous payment. You guys would have fun in Casey, Illinois. Casey, it's Casey, Illinois, where all the big like monuments are. I'm googling it. Yeah, like big stuff. So big rocking chair, big pitchfork. I would like to go there. I think that would be cool. World's largest pencil. Saw a cottonmouth on Snake Road Saturday and 2 armadillos down Hutchins Creek Road. Yeah, cottonmouth, we could have a blanket of snow on the ground. And if we get the right amount of sun and warmth, you could drive down Snake Road, while the gates are open and see cottonmouths just right there on the snow basking. I mean, I've seen a timber rattlesnake, not at Snake Road, but it was in the Shawnee over on the east side towards Stoneface. I seen it in February once where we were all bundled up in coats, but there was enough sunlight hitting the surface where that rattlesnake was out, and it was slow. It rattled at us. It didn't like us near it, but it was kind of cool. Yeah, Casey, Illinois would be cool. It's our goal to eventually travel more northwest, north or more northern in the state to check out the state parks. I just didn't really want to do it with my old truck because it was breaking down more and more. More and more I drove it, but this new truck, that's definitely a possibility. I'm trying to be a little bit more smart. Hiking with Shawn, I'm trying to write stuff off, and because it is kind of a business. I mean, I give everything away for free, but I make money through like advertising on my website and um, Patreon and some services here and there. So, thank you, John Gray. My voice is some people say I sound like I'm from the deep south. Born and raised in southern Illinois. It's deep. Ribbon snakes will be out too. Yeah. Haven't seen a ribbon in a while. A lot of good areas for snakes though in southern Illinois. We last year we seen a lot of rattlers. We had some close calls with rattlers. Michelle almost stepped on one. I probably stopped right by it within an inch from it, and it just sat as still as possible. Um, and we I've been kind of trying to um, pay more attention. I really need to do that. Love Todd Bree walk hard. Anyone have any hikes planned for the weekend? I know Cheetah said you're gonna Hit Jackson Falls coming up. Joe, you have any hikes planned? Brian? John and Ledoux down. Am I saying that right? Ledoux down. Yeah, I hate to hear that, Joe. Sorry to hear that. I remember seeing that. Is the truck company involved in that? Can they not give you a rental? I feel like, they should be obligated to do that. Merv wanting to do Panther Den and Giant City. Yeah. I'm not too sure, but the Gnome Roam, I think, might still be going on. It may not be, though. Misty Ray. Hey, Misty, welcome. Just went to Natural Bridge today and have to finish up our friend's gnome hunting. Gnomes until the 15th. Okay, you got till the 15th, Merv. You can look for gnomes. And if you want to do all the trails there that have them, it's just the little ones, nothing on the big ones. But it's a pretty fun little deal. Let's see. Panther Den. Panther Den's a good one. Haven't been there in a while. Need to go there. I remember hiking up Panther Den at 2 o'clock in the morning to find a camping spot, the first eclipse, with Nate Bucher. He's a YouTuber, Nate Bucher. Check him out. He has some really cool videos. Let's see. Would like to continue the Shawnee Challenge this weekend. Heck yeah, Brian. I'm glad to see people doing that. I when I first made that, it was just for Glendale and Dixon, for biking and hiking, and then Southernmost Illinois Tourism Bureau really took it over and made it a lot better than what I had it. So I'm really happy to see that it's evolved to that. And I'm glad people are getting into it. So Misty, me and Michelle, my wife, we went to Pomona. I guess that was a couple weekends ago, 2 or 3 weekends ago. And what we did was, there's a Forest Service road right before you get to the parking lot of Pomona Natural Bridge. So we parked there, went down that road until it kind of teed off, and we took the left tee and went down into the canyon part and followed that creek all the way up to the Natural Bridge the long way. We found a lot of cool bluffage and waterfalls, and I mean, it's cool out there. It's kind of off trail, but it's pretty, and it was kind of slippery. In fact, when we got back to Pomona, the bridge, we walked up the hill, and the trail was kind of butchered from the ice storm. I'm sure they have it clean by now. And then we got in the parking lot, and the parking lot was just a big sheet of ice, and we had to baby step all the way back to the truck. Brian, how many more sites of the challenge do you have? Owner gave you $6,000 to keep insurance out of it. I don't know, man. They should have gave you more than that. Let's see. Any mines or underground tunnels good to sneak into? I'm not sure about that, man. I don't know if I would. They're pretty firm, pretty strict about what would happen if they catch you getting into closed mines or caves or anything like that because of the bats. So I mean, most of them you just really can't access anyway. Yeah, Panther Den was hot and humid. That first eclipse week, we stayed at Panther Den, Then we went to Jackson Falls. And when we left the next day, there were so many people at Jackson Falls. I've never seen that amount of people. They had to close it like right after we left. We barely got out. And then we went to, where did we go after that? We went to Lust Creek, and we watched the eclipse there at let me think of it, Saltpeter Cave. Only ones there. Got it all to ourselves. Then we left that and went and stayed at Fern Cliff because it was the next day after the eclipse, and everyone left Southern Illinois, so we got Fern Cliff practically to ourselves. So it was a really fun trip, hanging out with Nate and doing YouTube collaborations and stuff like that. But when we hit Jackson Falls, we drove my truck all the way to the end where it hits private, and then we had to make our own campsite, barely on the forest boundary, but that's how packed it was. It was crazy. Let's see. Went to Pyramid for the first eclipse. Yeah, I've only biked through Pyramid. I've not went and did their trail yet. I need to. I think it's like 10 miles or something. Then a cemetery on top of a hill. Route 3 for the second eclipse. Second eclipse, me and Michelle watched that from Rattlesnake Ferry, which is kind of down the river from Turkey Bayou. I was initially going to take her to Horseshoe Bluff, but I took the wrong turn. I was really nervous, forgot my camera, and the reason I was nervous is because I proposed to her after that. So I was just thinking about that, and I have a ring on, so obviously we're married now. Hey, hiking with Shawn, love your videos. Hey, thank you, EC, appreciate it. We almost made it to the end of that road. Yeah. Brian, 27, we got 3 done. Well, it's a work in progress. Gonna do some ashes spreading at the Rock House in March. Okay. Boy, Rock House is pretty. That's a pretty area. We have you ever been to Owl Bluff, Merv? It's in the Lust Creek Wilderness. Me and Michelle started at the Lust Creek Trailhead on Straight Street, over by New Home Road and all that, and we went through that, across the street that way, went through, got in the wilderness, and right when you cross at Bode Tree Crossing, I think it is, we basically started edging the bluff line on the Owl Bluff side, and we made it to the bottom of it. And I mean, it's really rugged to get to it. I fell, hurt my knee pretty good. It's healed now, but it was pretty cool back there. There's some interesting sights. I got a gift card for 2 nights at Giant City Lodge. Never been. Any recommendations for what to see in 2 full days? Definitely eat at the lodge. They have a really good breakfast, really good lunch. If they have their fried chicken event where you can get, unlimited fried chicken, it's really good. They have all the fixings and all that. So for 2 days, if you've never hiked Giant City, definitely hike the trails there. You could pretty much spend the whole day hiking that park. And then, for another day, have you ever done Little Green Canyon? If it's not too wet, I'd recommend Little Green Canyon. That's close by. Cedar Lake is really nice, doing the Cove Hollow and Wolf Den Hollow Trail combination. There's really nice trails at, let's see. At Giant City, Red Cedar Trail is really nice. It's 12 miles. It's a loop. If you like longer hikes, I definitely recommend it. You could go to Rocky, let me think here. Rocky Comfort Road which is kind of going towards like Little Grassy and all that. You can go there and hike from there all the way to Giant City, or hike from Giant City all the way there. And that's a really cool stretch of the river to river trail. That's a good one. Let's see. Yeah, Sea Gadget's right. Most of the mines are pretty much shut down, sealed up. And they have a lot of trail cameras at a bunch of them because I guess there's been trespassing issues or whatever. Do you plan on hiking at Turkey Bluffs? I'd like to go to Turkey Bluffs. I know Leslie Taylor there has been quite a bit. Me and my wife went one day. I think we went to like Chester for some reason, and we came back through and stopped. But it was the middle of summer and everything was like really growed up, so we didn't make it. But we probably need to go there before everything starts growing up again. Is there much around the cave-in rock area than the cave? Well, so there's the cave-in rock cave, and that was pretty cool. Obviously, for everyone. And then they got a smaller trail in the park. I forget what that's called, and it's all right. But down the road, there's Turner Bluff. No, not Turner Bluff. Let me look that up. So there's a bluff down the road from Cave In Rock, and it's all off trail. There's no trails. But it was really interesting to see it. And when we went, it was kind of summer, so there's a lot of stinging nettle and stuff. It got us. I wouldn't recommend going then, but let's see where this is. I think it's close. Oh, there it is. I'm so blind. Barker Bluff. A lot of it's on Forest Service, and it was really cool. It's a nice bluff. And then if you go into kind of Hardin County area, there's some pretty cool stuff out there, especially in the Browns ecological area. It's pretty interesting in there. I'll say that. Battery Rock, I seen someone post. Tower Rock's really cool. Pounds Hollow is close. You're close to Garden of the Gods. SI Car Guy. Hey, thanks for the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're welcome. This is, this hiking with Shawn thing was a hobby, and I just wanted to show friends and family, and it's turned into this big thing. And a lot of people enjoy it, and that really means a lot to me. So I'm just going to keep going. I've been doing it for 8 years, so this is the 8th year, and I'm just going to keep on going, keep on enjoying it, and keep hiking. It's been a lifesaver for me in many ways. Yep. I'm getting excited about Snake Road. Hey, I appreciate that, Merv. And one of these days, me and you can get together and hike. I know we've kind of it's been something going on every time we've tried, but I'm basically I've freed myself up quite a bit here lately. There's a lot of I tell you what, I do a lot of internet projects where I do various things on the internet. I have for a long time, even before hiking with Shawn. Thank you for liking the video, SI Car Guy, and everyone. But I've been trying to kind of free my life up a little bit, and focus more on the hiking thing and stuff like that. Because I'm just really good at giving myself so much that I become overwhelmed. So I'm trying to like not do as many website projects and, you know, really try to focus on more hiking with Shawn. You know, there for a while, I was saying yes to every board nonprofit, and nonprofits are great. You know, they're a good idea, but I just kept saying yes and joining every one of them to the point to where I was really neglecting my own stuff, and you know, you can't do that. So I've learned to start saying no. Turkey Run or Shades in Indiana. Never been to hiking in Indiana. It's definitely on my list though. There's a fella that watches me named Kevin, and he's from that area, and he posts a lot about it. It looks really cool. I'd like to do the Turkey Run, and then the dunes. I'd like to eventually make it up there. I know it's a little bit further, but that would be really interesting to see that. And then, really, in all honesty, I'd love to just go into Hoosier. And I mean, I'm sure there's some areas that have bluffs. Um, and, you know, me and Michelle, we're good at bushwhacking. That's pretty much what we do in the Shawnee around this time of year. Um, I get on Audex Hunt, you know, and, you know, uh, Leslie, he'll tell you, I think he uses that too. And, you know, I just start looking at, let's see if that, like, you know, this area, you know, stuff like that. I'll look into that and um, go to it and check it out. That area in particular is called Panther Hollow. That I was pointing out. It's really cool. It's really weird to get into though, but you know, that's primarily what we do. I, you know, learn how to read like contour lines on a topo map, and you can find all sorts of cool stuff. Um, some things I guess I'd like to announce though. um, if anyone's in the area, let's see here in March. So March 1st is on a Saturday. I'm doing the Dirty South bike race around Alto Pass. So if you're in the area, you might see a big tall guy struggling on the bike. That's probably me. But let's see, the 8th of March on a Saturday, I'll be doing a public speaking event at the Herb and Garden Show in Mount Vernon. I think it's at their mall. I have to look at my notes, but that's free for anyone to attend. I do believe. I don't think that's. I'm not too sure if it costs to attend it, but you know, you're more than welcome. On the 15th, which is on a Saturday, March 15th, I'll be doing a Hiking 101 presentation at Giant City. That's free, but you got to call and register. So I just wanted to kind of throw them out there just in case anyone is looking for something to do on them days. And then in April, on April 12th, I'm doing a Snake Road hike with the River to River Trail Society. And that'll be at 10 a.m. It's a Saturday. Just show up to the north trailhead parking lot, the big parking lot, and you can hike with us. And hopefully we see some snakes. Maybe cold, but we'll see, you know. Let's see here. Sometimes I go to a cool place and know and just relax and sit the day away. Yeah. I've hiked a couple spots. And Hoosier, it's beautiful. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to go to Hoosier. Oh, there's Bob. Steel Bob. Two Bobs. My lone moderator. Welcome, Bob. EC, have you ever thought about putting together and selling maps of interesting hiking spots? Well, I mean, I need to put together maps for my guides, which are free, on my website, hikingwithshawn.com. They're free. I have ads on them. You know, I earn money through those ads, but everything else is free, you know. And if you have an ad blocker, you can block all the ads. I don't care if people do that, you know. But you know, I do try to provide them free, and I do want to update all my trail guides to put maps. So that is something that I need to work on. I just need to figure out what map system to use that I can post. I'm just so used to using OnX Hunt, and I know there's different rules on what you can post on the website. You know, uh, the copyright of the map program. So I got to figure out what I could do there. But I feel like there's something. So I'll probably let this chat thing go on about 10, 20 more minutes, something like that. And then I'll be taking it off, ending it, just because it's getting late. We're all probably going to bed early. But I told my wife, I said, I ought to do a live chat. I haven't done one in a while. And yeah, let's see. Any tips on avoiding heat while counting a table with a couple buddies? What's that? All the free information available for things to see and SNF is awesome. H&F needs some. Hey, Kevin, nice to see you. You know, Kevin, maybe you should do that. You can start creating trail guides. That'd be kind of cool. Heck, I'd even give you a. You could post them on the forum. I have a forum, everyone. If you like forums, it's called thehikingforum.com. It's free. You could join. It's for talk about hiking wherever you want. Kevin's a member. But you could post them there, Kevin, or even if you wanted to post them on hikingwithshawn.com, I'd be more than happy to make that happen. Or make your own site or something like that. But that's probably how you got to get it done. You just got to kind of do it. That's what I had to do it for the Shawnee. Merv Fisher getting ready to have some ice cream. Good deal. Where you having ice cream at? Would you ever do river to river trail as a through hike? I've section hiked it, some of it, not all of it. But I would like to through hike it eventually. It's just, I want to do it, you know, in like a week and a half, a week. I don't want to do a whole lot of miles a day. Now, Steel Bob here, he's hiked it a few times. Him and his son hiked it like pretty quick, right, Bob? I mean, was it less than a week? I'm not too sure, but I would probably be talking to Bob if I ever decided to do it, just because he has experience. So I'd be like, "Hey, man, tell me what I need to do." JC, that's funny. I think I know who you are there. Let's see. When is the best time to go to Snake Road? I went last spring. It was great, but I want to go back. So Snake Road, let's see, that's from March. So probably like mid-April, mid to late April would be the best time to kind of in the middle of the season. Basically, you want to go when it starts getting warmer through the day, and you know, it starts to kind of warm up at night. That's when the move is going to happen. It's going to be quick. Springtime, they migrate really fast. Fall, around the middle of October, is really the best time to go, period. I see so much more in the fall. So, Yeah, me too, Bob. I'm ready to go. I was telling them all earlier that I have a River to River Trail Society hike on April at Snake Road. I'm going to lead a hike for them, so everyone's more than welcome to go to that. Uh, Same with you, Kelly. I can give that date again real quick. It's April 12th at 10 a.m. at Snake Road at the North Trailhead. I'm going to do a River to River trail hike there. And it's free and open to anyone, whoever shows up. If 100 people show up, Forest Service knows I'm doing it. So let's see. Merv, are you having homemade ice cream or just like store bought? Let's see. The blackjack thing was funny. And my answer to that is no. I don't know how you can how you can count the table. But you might be watched. Store bought vanilla. I'm a vanilla guy too. Had a decent turnout last time you led a hike in the rain. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty good. It's been a while since then. Just everyone's going to have to look for a different truck. My new truck's pretty cool. It's expensive. Kind of freaked me out at first, but I can afford it. It's just I got to be really careful. And that's just I need to anyway cut back on stuff. But it's really advanced for not even the top of the line RAM. Um, there's a button I can push to open the tailgate. I don't know why you need that, but all sorts of like safety controls, remote start. That's kind of neat. I've never had that before, so that's different. Let's see. You taking that shortcut to Inspiration Point through the cemetery? Probably won't do that. I'm probably just going to keep everyone on the road. So I'll do gate to gate. May go to Otter Pond, depending on what it looks like. So the Dairy D, best ice cream around. Dairy D in summer. Where's the Dairy D? Is that in Albion? We went when we went to Albion and watched Bob's boy Bob graduate from high school. And when we went there, it was right after that tornado hit. Is it Bell Woods? It hit there, and then there was another warning while we were there. Even the park superintendent or the park worker said, "Hey, do you guys need to go to somewhere safe? I can." And we're like, "No, I kind of like this stuff." And but we went to a pizza place there. Bob, do you remember what that was called? It was pretty good. Albion's a pretty cool little town. Let's see. Yeah, Bobes, Boobs, Bobs, Bobes. Yeah. I'm still out of breath from that. You should be, Brian. Our poor Todd is probably still out of breath from the High Knob area in Sumner. Hey, Shawn, hope all is hey, Savage Traveler. Welcome. Nice to see you. I do believe, was it you that's going to do the River to River, Savage? You did it before or something, and you're going to do it again? I think that was you. I learned not to take shortcuts on Shawn's last hike. That's not really a shortcut. You and Kyle just did your own hike. That was kind of funny. You guys got more elevation and mileage than we did. Yeah, shortcuts and off-trail adventures. Yeah, some of them are kind of tough, I will admit. Before I learned how to read a map, me and Michelle, when we were barely just starting dating, we went to Crest Trail, Glen O. Jones to Stoneface, and we were coming back. We somehow managed to get off trail, and it was the middle of summer, and we were not on a trail anymore. And I told her, because I didn't know how to read maps back then, I looked at Google Maps. I had a little bit of signal, and I could see where Glen O. Jones Lake was. And I said, if we just go straight this way, we'll eventually hit the lake. And that's where I'm parked. And needless to say, straight that way was all the way up and all the way down Eagle Mountain. And Eagle Mountain is Eagle Mountain for a reason, because it's like a mountain. It was just ridge lines of up and down. And it was the craziest shortcut. And that's what made me learn maps. Yes, sir. One failed attempt, one successful, west to east. And you're going to reattempt your solo east to west in the fall. Good deal. Hoping to report back to Trail Society and blazes that are damaged. They'd appreciate that. I know, especially like trees across the trails. People are looking for more reports so they can get them taken care of. With the ice storm, who knows what it looks like. The horse folks, Backcountry Horsemen and Shawnee Trail Conservancy really do a good job of clearing those. So, I mean, they're out there looking for it. And then your mountain bike folks, they're on mountain bike trails and stuff like that. They're cutting. I actually have a big folding knife, a folding saw, and it's a much bigger one. And I can take it out of my bag here, but I put it in my bag. It's this right here, and Michelle got it for me for Christmas or something once, and I'm gonna try to use it if I see any smaller trees on the trail, just to clear them out of the way. I did a cross-cutting certification with the Forest Service, and I got a basic license. I'm supposed to cross-cut with someone that has a higher license, but if I had a cross-cut saw, I'd probably just do it by myself. But I'll at least use that, and I could bring an axe if I had to. Let's see, but good luck with that through hike, Savage. Keep me informed on when you're going and all that. Maybe I can get in the area and give you some trail magic. I've always wanted to do that. I did it for 2 Bobs. I gave them cookies from Casey's. So that was my trail magic to them. Let's see, what's the best cell carrier for coverage in the Shawnee area? Just switch to T-Mobile. Not too sure about T-Mobile, but Verizon is what I use, and I've always used that. Verizon, for the most part, has been good. My wife uses Straight Talk, and she doesn't have any issues with it, so maybe that. Let's see. Lots of trees across river to river in Camp Cadiz area. Yeah, Camp Cadiz was talked about at the last River to River Trail Summit meeting. I think they have quite a bit to fix in that area. Jot down those down trees. Yep. At least the trail Doesn't go through pines at Dutchman. Yeah, they kind of relocated that, and I'm glad they did that. Bill did a pretty good job on that. Him and everyone went out there and kind of cut through that trail and cut trees out of those pines. Man, they just. I mean, I remember when you went through it, and it was a nightmare. Pines are cool. I like pines, but they're really not native, so they're not very strong to stay here, so they'll come down really quick. Yeah, Savage. They've been doing a lot, and there's even more planned. Yeah, for sure. We can meet. I'm sure. Yep. Yep. Gave Bob cookies. Probably enjoyed that after being on the trail for all them days. Lots of damaged blazes. Camp Cadiz. Yep. ATD. But that was probably the hardest section of trail. Yeah, that is a hard section. I bet. Hutchins Creek to um, Grand Tower is. I could see that being tough for many reasons. For starters, just Clear Springs Wilderness is kind of rugged and growed up. When me and Michelle go to Hutchins Creek, there she is walking behind me, hiding her face. When we go to Hutchins Creek, we prefer Bald Knob because it seems like it's easier to get to. There's one part if it's summer, we have to go off trail because of the nettle. We wear shorts. We got to look out for rattlesnakes. But that Clear Springs is just kind of rough. And then when you get to the Pine Hills, you got all that road walking. And I remember Little Bob had some issues. That'd be kind of tough. That's where I think it'd be cool if someone staged your bicycle at the road parts and you just jumped on your bike and biked to the next wood section. That sounds like that would be fun. But I would really like to bike pack as much of that trail as I could, legally. So just do the forest roads, and then like when you get to wilderness and ecological areas, you just get on gravel roads or nearby. But I've always wanted to do like the bike packing route. It'd be a lot easier for me to bike it than to hike it, just because it'd be quicker for me to do it. AT&T for me always have been good signal. Do Sasquatches hibernate like bears and cougars? Guess who asked that? Brian. Yeah. Well, I don't hibernate. I know bears kind of. Do cougars? She asked if the Amish watch TV. Keep it up, Brian. Keep it up, Brian. Tucker Hill looks nice. Yeah. For Panther Hollow, you talk about, Kevin. Brian Elders looks like the Cougars are active. Bob said it looks like the Cougars are active. Brian said, "Don't tell the bishop." The bishop. Yeah. Okay. For some of you confused, a lot of us know each other. Leslie, I've been having to bike to work 2 miles. I'm so out of shape. Yeah, but that's good for you as long as you're safely getting there. Even if you get your vehicle, you may want to just keep doing it. If I could do it, I could bike to work, but it's like still kind of dark when I leave, and it just wouldn't be very safe. But I've definitely ridden from here to about where work is. I mean, it's a pretty good route. Girl. But folks, it's kind of getting late. I appreciate everyone for coming to my little live, and I'll try to do these more often. I know I kind of said that the last time, but it is kind of planned. I would like to do this stuff more often and maybe, do it with my cell phone at hiking spots that have signal. We have a few of them. But with that being said, thank you all for showing up, and I'm going to end the stream here and get prepared for bedtime. So appreciate everyone, and have a good day. Thanks for live streaming the March dates. Yeah. Yep. And I'll announce more of that on Facebook, and I also have my newsletter, which is free to join. Um, so yeah, y'all take care. Stay safe. Don't float away in all the rain. Hey, Midwest Lee, thanks for showing up. And until next time, I'll see y'all on the trail.
Will you bring it over here and stick it on there and see if it'll charge? Yeah. All right.